Hello and welcome back to Get Great at Maths. I'm here to help you pass your maths exam, so hit that like and subscribe button. We're going to look at keywords, key formulas and how to gain top marks. So let's get ready to get great at maths. To start with in this question, we're going to look at the keywords in the question. We're told that we've got a bag, and you can see the bag here, and it is weighing 1.25 kilograms. So the weight of all the fruit and the bag weigh 1.25 kilograms. We're told that the banana is taken out. So you can see a banana sticking up here. It's going to be taken out of the bag, and the bag is now going to weigh 1.1 kilograms. Now an orange is going to be taken out. So you can see the orange here. It's going to be taken out of the bag. You're told the bag now weighs 920 grams. You've got to work out how much more does the orange weigh than the banana. Now on the left hand side here it says show your method. That means write down your working. How are you getting the answers? What you have to do is called your working. Then you need to write your final answer in this box here, and this will give you 2 marks in the exam. So our key facts. You need to know that 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. And that means if you are converting from kilograms into grams, you need to multiply by 1,000. So you are going to be converting your kilograms into grams. So to get from kilograms into grams, we need to multiply by 1,000. So to get from 1 to 1,000, we need to multiply by 1,000. Now the question says the word more. So over here on the left hand side it says the word more. Now this means the difference between the two values. So the difference between the weight of a banana and the orange. I.e. you've got to subtract the two values. So you're going to take the weight of a banana and the weight of the orange, and you've got to subtract them to work out how much more. Press pause, have a go at working out the answer, and then press play when you're ready to hear the answer. Great work. Hopefully you've managed to come up with an answer, and we will see if you are correct. So to start with, we're going to look at how much the bag was to start with, which was 1.25 kilograms. And now we know the bag weighs 1.1 kilogram. Now 1.1 kilogram is 1.1. Remember to line up your decimal points, and the 0 needs to be added so it makes it easier to subtract the numbers. Now some children will be able to look at these two numbers and subtract them in their head. That is absolutely fine. If you can look at the two numbers and subtract them in your head, you could just write down your answer, but you should write down what you were doing because it says on the left hand side here, show your method. So you should write down that you were doing 1.25 take away 1.1. Now when we do the subtraction of these numbers, we're going to do 5 take away 0. 5 take away 0 is 5. 2 take away 1 is 1. The decimal point stays in line, so there's a decimal point here, and 1 take away 1 is 0. So the answer is 0.15, and this is in kilograms, and that is the weight of a banana because you were told that the banana has been taken out, so that means the banana weighs 0.15 kilograms. Now you could do this in your head, as I said, it doesn't matter as long as you can come up with that the banana is 0.15 kilograms. Now, if you look at the next calculation, you're told that the bag weighs 920 grams. So we need to know how many grams this banana is to help us work out the answer later on. So we need to know what 0.15 of a kilogram is in grams because we're going to be using grams later on. So over here, we've said to convert from kilograms into grams, we're going to multiply by 1,000. So I need to multiply by 1,000. So these are our place values, and we're going to put in the 0.15 in the correct places. Okay, so I've got 0.15. Now when we multiply by 1,000, we are going to move the digits. Now this digit here is the first non-zero digit, so this is the first one I'm interested in, this 1. Now when we multiply by 1,000, we're going to make the number bigger. So multiply means make the number bigger, which means the digits are going to move to the left. The number of places the digit moves to the left is how many zeros there are after this 1. So there's 1, 2, 3 zeros. So we're going to move the 1 3 places to the left. So when we multiply by 1,000, the digits move 3 places to the left. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So the 1 appears in the hundreds column. We're now going to take the 5 and do the same. It's going to move 1, 2, 3. And that moves to the tens column. In the gap, here in the ones column, we need to put a 0. Anything behind the decimal point is irrelevant. We don't need to worry about that, but we need to make sure all these columns here are completed. So we've got 150. Now, some of your parents may like to move the decimal point rather than moving the digits. You get to exactly the same answer. It is personal preference as to which way you do it. So if you were going to move the decimal point starts between the 0 and the 1, and it moves 1, 2, 3 places to the right. And in this gap where you had nothing, you need to put the 0 in. So you get exactly the same answer whether you move the digits or whether you move the decimal point. It is personal preference. The digits move to the left, the decimal point moves to the right. But it's basically making this number larger. So you know if you've got 0.15 a decimal, to make it larger, the digits need to move to the left or the decimal point moves to the right. So we've got the number 150 grams. So this banana is 150 grams. Now the banana is out of the bag, and the bag weighs 1.1 kilogram without the banana in. And then we're now going to take an orange out, and that weighs the bag now weighs 920 grams. So to work out how much the orange weighs, we've got to subtract these two numbers here, the 1.1 take away the 920. But again, these units are different, so I've got to convert my 1.1 kilograms into grams. So I'm going to take the 1 and I'm going to multiply it by 1,000, like I said here, to make it into grams. So the 1 has got to move 3 digits to the left, like what we did with the 0.15. So this 1 is going to go 1, 2, 3 places across, and it's going to join the thousands column. The next one is going to move 3 across, 1, 2, 3 across, and the 1 appears here. Now I've got 2 gaps here, one for the tens column and one for the ones column. So I can put zeros in between here. So I've got 1,100 grams. So I'm going to do 1,100 grams because that is 1.1 kilograms, take away 920. Again, some people will be able to do this in their head. It's personal preference how you get the answer. I'm just going to show you the column method in case you can't work out the answer using a number line or in your head. So we've got 0 take away 0 is nothing. So we put a 0 here. We've now got 0 take away 2 that we can't do. So we're going to borrow from this 1 here on the left to the next of this 0. So we're going to cross the 1 out, make it a 0, and I'm going to borrow a 1, which makes this a 10 now. So I've got 10 take away 2, which is 8. 0 take away 9, which I can't do, so I need to cross this 1 out and borrow, make that a 0, and then put a 1 in front. So I've now got 10 take away 9. 10 take away 9 is 180, and that is 180 grams for the orange. You could have seen that you've got 920. You could have added 80 to make it up to 1,000. And then to get to the 1,100, you need to add on another 100, which also gives you the 180. So you could have broken it down and into parts and gone from 920 up to 1,000 and then up to 1,100 will also give you 180 grams. It's a different way of thinking about it. But the question wants to know how much more does the orange weigh than the banana. So the orange weighs 180 grams, the banana weighs 150 grams, so I've got to subtract these two numbers. Now the method we've written down to this point here would give you 1 mark in the exam. But to get the full 2 marks, we need to get the answer correct. So 0 take away 0 is 0, 8 take away 5 is 3, and 1 take away 1 is 0. So your answer is 30. Give yourself a big tick if you got that correct. There was a lot of calculations to do for the 2 marks. So you had to do 2 subtractions and multiplying by 1,000 twice in order to be able to get the answer. Your working needs to be shown within this box. It will be larger when it comes to the exam paper for you, so you will have more space than I have got here to write it all out. You don't need to show for working on this if you can just do it in your head. It's personal preference whether you need to see it written down to move the digits across or you just work it out in your head. Give yourself a big tick if you got it correct. Well done. The mark scheme on this question shows there are 2 marks for the answer of 30. So up to 2M means up to 2 marks. If you got the answer 30 and wrote it in the box, you get the full 2 marks. You get 1 mark for evidence of these calculations here. Error means if you made a mistake with the calculation, you will get the method mark, or you will get 1 mark for a correct weight of the banana and the orange. So if you got to 0.15 kilograms and 180 grams or equivalent, you would also get 1 mark. If you found this video useful, please share, like and subscribe so we can all get great at maths. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to share, like and subscribe. Please follow Get Great at Maths on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook and X. What do you want to see next on Get Great at Maths? Please comment below. See you next time.